Still can't do the once a week thing. This time I've got reasons though. I have actual reasons. Not only was it because I had a bunch of stuff to do and make, as you saw in the opening bit for this one. My cherries are almost up again. Good. This time I'm filming this, it is the first weekend in November. Yeah, that's right. So last week was Halloween. I have a friend of mine that comes in. He lives about 3 hours away from me at Medman College. Great friend of mine. We get together twice a year in August for an anime convention here in Alberta. And then in October, he comes and visits me and we go for a Halloween party. So the week before was clean up my house a bit. Like if you think, yeah, my organizational skills in Minecraft are a direct representation of my organizational skills in real life. And now that you're done with that full body shutter, yeah, it was a whole lot of cleanup. Have a friend over for about 4 days. We had played D&D at my house for the first time in quite a while. And then it was about 3 days worth of recovery from the Halloween party. That was a rough one. And it wasn't even a very big party. Like, it was a small affair. But I karaoke'd my lungs out. Drank far too much. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what makes karaoke fun. And then most of the last week, my internet hasn't been doing too well. And it's kind of hard to be in a mood to do anything when nothing's working. So, I don't even remember how much of this stuff I had last time. Built some forestry stuff. Squeezer and centrifuge. I wanted to build a Beelizer for these stupid things. So I could, shut up, furnace, so I could do some of the breeding. One thing I have noticed is that despite the fact, I just generic queen, right? You can make an ender queen, requires me to go out and fight enderball, stuff, entry, modest, stuff, junk. I like the fact you can make steadfast. I really, really like steadfast. Steadfast are a great thing to add to something. Austere and frugal. You don't like. There's not a whole lot of selection. And one thing it doesn't have, in that little bit that I just showed you, is dripping and stringy combs, which are industrial and imperial bees, respectively. Which means I have to breed them, I think. But I want to make a Beelizer first. Small problem is Beelizer requires diamonds. Diamonds require Pneumaticraft. I will get to that in the next episode, because that's going to be a whole bunch of setup. I'm going to say goodbye to most of my wall of iron. Probably have to go get a bunch more. On the upside, we've got the basics of ore duplication going on. And I love these furnaces. It's so nice. Here, cook this. So that when we go out and get a bunch of iron ore, which... Oh, I should be running this magnetite through here, shouldn't I? Run some of this stuff. Now, Mekanism does allow for even further. Like up to 5 times. The problem is, let's go into Mekanism. You see, we get to things like shards and crystals. So we're running salts into an injection chamber to get shards, which you then run through a purification chamber to run through a crusher, and then through an enrichment chamber. That's a lot of stuff. unfortunately, it's also a lot of input costs and a lot of real estate. Like that was, what was that, 4 things in a row? That gives you 4 copper shards. Is there one higher than that? Chemical, clean. I don't even know how to do this stuff. How do you get this? Tins. No, Mekanism! Why do you do this? Stop! Oy. Yeah, we might top out at times 4 because salt is a resource we can get from that salt biome that is somewhere. I forget where. But there's effectively an unlimited amount of salt there. The other one requires flint. Flint's a pretty easy resource to get. Not... Oh yeah, I know why I don't have any flint lying around. Because it's in the floor. Yeah. But then gravel isn't too hard to get. Requires a crusher. Let's go to... I know no one likes looking at all this crap. 2 hammers, plates, this thing, which isn't... Yeah, that's nothing. I got the hammers made. Right there. I still have to sit there and waste time standing in front of this thing to make the plates, which we'll get to eventually. But yeah, I tried some of these guys. So these have an extra row over regular TFC chests, which is okay. I'm still getting all kinds of nonsense going on in here. These guys are actual proper double chests, which is great. I can dump chest stuff for days here now. It's not helping the organizational part of it, is it? But this over here, this is most of what I've been trying to deal with. Making sure all this was going to run properly, and I don't want it to look like crap. Unfortunately, I don't think I've succeeded there. I'm gonna have to pull a bunch of that glass out because my poor planning means that none of my stuff is properly centered, and I went and made the room an even number across. I don't know how I noticed that. I didn't notice that beforehand. I think we're just sealing this off just below those pipes. I do want to leave this big chunk open, so I'll probably run that little 2-spot there all the way across like that. I want to have some kind of natural light in here. After the last... Yeah, the last couple of Minecraft bases I've built in vanilla have all been like in caves and dark, which I like because then you can control what's going on. Not so much fun. It gets real dark, the lighting's an issue. We're still relying on these guys because everything else requires glowstone. I've found squat for the material that gives me glowstone. And there's just, yeah, there's like, you want glowstone? You want this? You gotta find scapolite. So the best we can get out of it is... Yeah, that doesn't really help, because 1 scapolite gives us 2 glowstone dust. We need 2 glowstone dust. We need 2 of those to make 1 block of glowstone. Ooh, we can crush it for more. Okay, so we're going to have to build a crusher. And then we got to figure out where the heck this stuff spawns, because I've totally forgotten where I found it. This big guy, I'd love to build him. It's just so much. There's like 9 hoppers. You've got to be like, yeah, we know what hoppers are like already. We've discovered the hoppers are absolutely no fun. Also need to build a proper reed farm because all I've got so far is that guy there. I think I'm going to build one today. I build a somewhat normal, like a vanilla. Oh, I have to build a vanilla. There's no automated this. You can use drones in Pneumaticraft. We're not even there yet. So I'm going to go assemble a bunch of my stuff. Oh yeah, this is just to prove I'm on the straight and narrow, not cheating. Got squashed by a whole goddamn mountainside over there getting coal. That was not fun. So I'm going to grab a bunch of pistons. We've got our water. We can't build a nice stackable one because of the, well, dirt doesn't stack. Right? Dirt just falls. I'm going to go over design. Maybe we'll pop into creative for a minute and see what how bad it's going to look. Maybe we'll do that. So here in creative, any dirt that's not supported falls, which that's a problem. Because we need, well, for starters, for any breed farm, you need water. So if I do this, right? Now my dirt just falls. You can kind of prop it up like that. Can't. Why would you not let me grow this on shale? Does it have to be hoed first? Crud. Nope, can't use that. Okay, really, game? Hoe. Yeah, blue steel hoe, sure. So we do that. Okay, game, you let me do this in single player. Why won't you let me do it now? Aye. And, ow. That's an expensive thing to do right there. And of course I have, well, I got one reeds on me. You know, you'd think I'd be prepared for this stuff. Anyway, here's the whole way breaking the wall to get up here. Not the easiest way to do things. Although it is fun running around breaking reeds. That's one thing that carries over from vanilla. So like I said, unsupported dirt falls. We can get around this by using up even more materials. Do that. Nope, I'll use these planks. This is going to get ugly. That. This guy. That will almost washed out a bunch of my barrels. And then, no, those are all going to fall, aren't they? So let's go like this. Piston, piston, piston. So you can see we can't make the nice compact, that really nice compact vanilla one, just because of the the way gravity works in this. Which means the next layer up would have to have a solid row of blocks. Yeah, a solid row of blocks, dirt, that, instead of just, more dirt. We can make it, it's just going to take even longer. Still works exactly the same, or it would if I had a lever. Do I have a lever? I have a lever. And a piece of shirt. Oh, right there in front of me. This will be... I'm going to do this. I'm so used to trying to, pillar up with stuff. And you're not allowed to. Oh, really? Let me get up here. So everything falls and breaks and all this stuff happens. This will be our row of... God, I don't have planks anymore. God, this game is so hard now. And then with your obvious redstone... Go with the hopper clock. I can make comparators. I think I already did. I thought I made it for something. I'll have to go and find out, but you can make comparators. So comparators and hopper clock. And a lot of this nonsense. And even then, it's not going to be super duper fast. Like, we're not going to be... In order to run a biodiesel generator, we're going to need some pretty huge stuff. Like, this is going to be to build this, it's going to be as ugly as that mess, which is going to have to come down. I'm just kind of leaning back in my chair right now thinking, the only good thing about building a giant tower like that is that when it comes to storing food, like stuff like this, the higher up you are, the lower the temperature is. Now, if we were in a less temperate area, do I go here? So right now our average temperature is 25 above, which is an awesome day in June in Canada. And I'll let you think about how terrible that is. That's in Celsius, by the way. I think it's about 72 or something. Because we have to build a gigantic ass tower to put all this stuff in. And even then, we're not talking like, one bank of 16. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this kind of vanilla style. And it's going to be immense. Probably, what? If I went 4, 16, 4 high, and then I'd have to do an automated thing for the hemp seeds. Think about that one for a minute. So that was just to do this, we're at 1, 2, 3, and that needs to be supported. So technically 4 high per row. Right, 16 up is 32. Oh, maybe not that high. Let's climb up there and see what the temperature difference is. Here at the top of the world, our average temperature has only gone down 5 degrees. I don't know what build height is. I don't have the blocks to find out. That would be a creative kind of thing. It's slightly cooler up here, so maybe that idea is not a really great one. Our other option is that we can go way to the north where it's cooler, but that's going to require a significantly greater expenditure of resources, because if I'm going to go all the way up north, let's get back inside our hidey. Ooh, no, wrong way. If I have to go that far north to store food, I am not walking there. Which means a rail line. Should think about that one for a minute. Because I think once you get around 10,000 north, you actually get a winter. And that would require a 5,000 block railway. I'll give you some idea what that's like. So here we are here at, what? Z580. And way up here, scroll. The tip of the world we've been. Okay? That's 1,000 some. That's either a bridge here or winding our way across that. This is all mountainous terrain. That's a lake. That's isthmus. Right? We can do it. It's going to require a lot more than 5,000 blocks of railway. I might just let stuff spoil. I really might just let stuff spoil at that point. The problem being that it's we either spend, what's 5,000? Shut up, you guys. We either blow about 100 stacks of rail, and which would be quite a feat in this pack. You're looking at 400 iron. Math in head. No, is it? 100 stacks is 6,000. Yeah, okay, so 400 iron divided by 64 is something like 300 and change. No, that's not right. Whatever. It's a giant number. Our other... Getting hungry. I have to grow an awful lot of the grains for sandwiches. Just because so much of it goes bad. I did accidentally find an exploit, which I kind of used in a hard spot. I'm not going to use again though. Although I will say that you can put full barrels of stuff into chest minecarts. So far I have not used that ability. Had I known about it, that whole thing with the brine line would have been a lot faster. I would have just put, full barrel there, full barrel there. I've got... Oh, from right there I thought those creepers were inside. They're not. They're in the tree farm there. Scared me. That guy's outside. He's outside. Yeah. Our other option is, again, with Mekanism. I heard something eat something. Is this thing, the electric refrigerated chest. Black steel, blue steel, any glass. This thing, however, that's refined obsidian dust in this thing, and that requires diamond dust, which requires diamonds, which requires Pneumaticraft. So either way, we're getting into Pneumaticraft. I hate Pneumaticraft so much. But between now and then, I'm going to build a reed farm. Something much more automated than what I've got. You are so slow. I'll build that towering reed farm there, and then we'll start off with blowing up some perfectly good iron. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of it down here. If you're wondering, this is all those leftover basalt mud bricks. And if you're wondering why I turned this into smooth basalt, the smooth versions don't fall. And if I have to dig under this for more room, I don't want to, collapse the whole thing on myself. But it didn't turn out too bad. I'll put the floor in. I'm not sure what I want to use. What should I use? Should I use planks for a roof? We got wood. I'm not sure what's going to go with the black. Let's check here. My saw? Got my saw. What do we got? I love barrels so much. Nope. And in here, we've got aspen. We've got white cedar. So white cedar. Well, you know kind of what white cedar looks like. I've got white cedar barrels here and there. White cedar is a not too bright white log plank. I like this. That's a nice color. I like that. I don't think... don't have any birch. White elm's got a green color to it. Sure, it's aspen. It's gonna be kind of gray. Ooh, that's dark. Might be a little too dark for what I want to do. Tell me what you think. This guy or that guy? I want to go with planks. I need to have some decent variety of textures other than because we're just we've blacked all the black down here. This is we've blacked the blackening just because it's so easy to make. Tell me what you think. Yes, I'm actually asking for comments this time. I know I never do. I'm doing it. Think about that. I will throw up a couple of towers. Where's this Enderman? Oh, he's outside. Oh, I gotta kill 4 of them, don't I, at least? It's gonna bite. Still gotta build that mob farm. Not sure how. Maybe I'll incorporate it into that. Just everything will fall to its deaths. We'll put a bunch of hoppers at the bottom. Collect it all in one spot into chests. You think that's a good idea? Decreases the amount of hoppers we got to use. And then I don't really got to light anything in there, do I? Think about it. I'll think about it. Got some time between this and the one and the next. And, yeah, next time we'll blow up some iron and cry. And move into one of the mods I hate the most. Next to Thermalcraft, which isn't in this thing. God. See you later.